Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a knurled guitar knob. Kind of like the knob that goes on your guitars to adjust the volume or the bass. I'm going to show you how to do one of those. So we're going to go ahead and open up a new file, go new, or create a new file, and then we're going to go ahead and, I guess we can go from here. We're going to be doing this in millimeters, so we'll go ahead and grab the circle and click there. I'm going to drag out a 15 millimeter. I'm not doing this to exact size, I'm just doing this so you guys can get an idea how to do the knurling. So we'll go ahead and go to pull. We're going to pull that up. Let's just say 10, so let's undo that. Let's click there, type in 10 on the keyboard, hit enter. Okay, we're going to do that first, and then we're going to go ahead and put a chamfer in here. So we'll go select that or click that line right there. We're going to come over here, instead of a round we're going to do chamfer, and then we're just going to click and drag it. I'm going to put a slight one in here, maybe, let's see here, click there, undo that, and then click there. I'm just going to go 0.7. This should be good. Okay, so later on we're going to go through and put a hole in here, but for now we're just going to keep this like this. So what we want to do now is go ahead and click here, and then we're going to come over here to plan view. So that swings around, and we'll pan this down to the middle. We'll do a Control plus on the keyboard to zoom in on that. Then we're going to go ahead and put a plane on here. So we'll click, and then we'll do the plan view. Okay, now we're going to click here on the plane, and then we're going to come over here to the selection mode or section mode, and then we're going to create our little notch, our little cutout notch. So normally I'll start off with a line, or you could start off with a square, but I'm going to go from here, turn the snaps on, go up to there, and then we're going to come over to there. Actually, I don't know if that's even. Yeah, I think that's even. That go to there, and then we're going to come down to here like this. Okay, so now we have this little shape right here. This is going to be what we're going to use for our cutter. Then we'll zoom in a little bit. Let's pan down. Sorry about that, my dog is barking. I don't want this to be a super sharp cut there, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a rounded corner. So we're just going to click there, and then I'm going to round this, but very slight, like maybe 0.1. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to put a little 0.1 curve in there. Okay, so now what we want to do is Control minus. We have one of them. So what we're going to do is, this is a solid. We're going to hide that so we can create our pattern. Now we can go ahead and pan up on this. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and select this stuff here. We're going to do a move. We're going to go to here, anchor, and we're going to go from there. Move that down to the middle, and I'm going to come over here and select this create pattern and grab that blue. I'm just going to spin this around, and then on the number, on count, we want to put 13, or maybe let's do a little bit more. Let's try 14, some more, 17, a little bit more. Let's do 20, 22, 24. Okay, we'll go with 24. So we're going to put 24 in there, and then we'll click off. Now let's go ahead and pan up on this a little bit. Okay, so now what we want to do, we have our pattern here. So we want to go ahead and select all that pattern, and then we want to do, let's scroll down a little bit in our window there. We want to do a, go to the the 3D mode. Okay, now we have this surface here, so we have to create another one. So we'll go select all. We don't want that. Let's get rid of this. Don't need it now. So just go ahead and go up here to the surface. And now with it selected on your keyboard, do Control A. And then Control C for copy. And then Control V for paste. And you'll note that you'll get another surface over here. Okay, we're going to rename this one. So 2 clicks in there till it changes. And then we're going to call this left. Okay, now we're going to go to this one. 2 clicks till it changes, and then we're going to rename that to right. Okay, so now we have our two. We have a right side and a left side. So now we're going to go back to our solid. Let's check on it. Let's turn off the left. And now we're going to go ahead and spin this. So click on the spin. Let's go spin there. And then we'll just deselect that. We'll just go ahead and click on our right one. So we want to put a cut through here, but we're going to do the right side first. So we'll go pull, and then we're going to come over here and click on this revolve. And then we're going to click the center here. And then we're going to come down here to revolve helix. Make sure that this right-handed helix is checked, and then we're going to put 90 in here. So type 90, and then click out here. Now we're going to grab on one of these, and we're just going to pull through. Oh, this is not cutting. Okay, let's go undo. Okay, we have to come over here and do a cut. And then we grab one of them and pull this through. Okay. All right, so that's going to be our right-handed cut. Now we're going to come back over here, turn on the left-handed one. We're going to go to pull. We're going to come over here to the revolve helix. We're going to click the, or we've just revolved. We're going to click that center point. We're going to check the revolve helix, and we're going to take off the right-handed one. Make sure that says 90. Oh, I don't have my, sorry about that. I don't have my my left selected. Okay, something happened that clicked off of there. So let's go ahead and check that. Make sure that's checked. And then we're going to come over here to pull. We're going to check the revolve. We're going to come over here to this green line, click the green line. We're going to check the revolve helix. We're going to uncheck the right hand helix. We're going to do a cut, and then we're going to pull. It's going to take a little while. This is a lot of stuff. Okay, there we go. Now let go as soon as it gets to the bottom. Now go ahead and select the click off. This looks like it's going to hang up here. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, it looks like it didn't do that last operation, so we're going to have to try it again. Go ahead and go to pull. Check the revolve. Click here. Go ahead and check on the revolve helix. Take off the right hand checkbox. You want to select cut. Make sure it's 90 and just pull straight through. And then give it a second. It's got to take a while to cut all this stuff. Alright, I'm just going to leave it for a second. Hopefully it will finish. I'm assuming that's done. I don't want to. Okay, it looks like that's finished. So we'll go ahead and go to spin. Okay, so this is our little knurled cut. Little knurled cut knob. This is how you would do this. This, if you were machining this, they have a special machine that actually cuts this, cuts the knurling in. So if we want to put an opening there, we would go ahead and click on the face there. Click right in the center with the circle tool, and then we'll just type in maybe 12 millimeters. And then we'll go ahead and pull, and then we would just pull this in. Don't go all the way through, but maybe right to there. This would be our little knob, and then if we wanted to put something to mount that knob on, we could put a little post here. Go ahead and go to pull, and then we could pull this out. I know some of these guitar knobs have a little post like this, and then maybe go to pull here, add a little bit of a chamfer there. So it's a little more flexible, and then we would have to put a hole in there to put the just go in the center there, something like that, and then we would pull this in. So this would be our little guitar knob with the knurling. Probably could do a couple more things, maybe put a chamfer right there or a fillet right there. Maybe do a fillet here. Maybe something like this. And then this will just slide on to your guitar. All right, that looks pretty good. And this is all gonna, your knurling cuts are gonna depend on, you know, your pattern that you put in there. I added a little round corner to mine so it's not so sharp. And this is also going to depend on the angle that you put. We did a 90 degree on this one, so you might want to experiment with that if you're making your own guitar knob. And also you'd want to measure your guitar knob at home. If you want to make some of these and print them up with a 3D printer, so make sure you take your measurements, you know, about the width of the knob, and then the diameter, how tall the knob is. Also measure this stuff here, measure this opening, measure how deep that opening goes down, and then you could make one and then put your own knurling cuts on. They come out pretty good. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got some useful tips out of this video. Thanks again for watching.